We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing a best of 3 Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. Let's see here, Civ 6 Ceremony, so 3 black, creature spells are cheaper, your creature spells are cheaper, and whenever creature you control enters, if you cast it, destroy it, and create a 2/2 black zombie creature. I don't really like that, so let's look at other stuff. This is a 3 mana 3/2 flash. When it enters, target instant sorcery card in your graveyard gains harmonized until end of turn. That's only okay. I don't know if I want to take that 3-color thing right off the bat. This has flash, and you can sack a creature and give it indestructible. Boltcaster comes in, kills something. The skimmer is pretty good. It is 2-color right off the bat, which I don't love. Is there like a removal spell I could take? Well, there's Ringing Strike Mastery. It could take Caustic Exhale. It's a 1-drop, potentially 2-drop instant for -3/-3, which is not bad. I mean, this is good too, but I have this gut feeling, and I don't know yet, and I haven't been watching a lot of the people, so maybe this isn't really that surprising of a discovery, but I have a gut feeling that because this format has so many powerful cards in it, you may just want to stay open and see what people are willing to pass you. And if that color's open, you're going to end up with a bunch of good cards. Just a guess. Is it true? We'll find out, but that's my guess. Krumar Initiate. I kind of like this ability a little bit, but the fact you have to pay life is actually quite a cost. It is a 2-drop though, which is nice. This is a 3 mana, deal 3 to a creature, or both, so you can blow up a non-creature artifact too. It's actually pretty good for 3 mana. In black, we have the Death Gorger, which has synergy right away with Exhale. So you can sorcery speed buff something and draw a card, or get a 6 mana 3/5 flying Death Touch that exiles stuff from graveyards. Not bad. I may just take the dragon here. The duality of this is pretty good. Although the Dusk Slight is really not that amazing. It's not like busted or by any stretch. But I'm going to take the Death Gorger because even though I do think that Overwhelming Surge is pretty good, just based on the overall power level of this format, I don't know if it's like busted or anything. Busted removal, I mean. Let's see what this does. Search your library for a card named Dragonstorm, Globe, or Boulderborn Dragon. Reveal it, put it in your hand. Huh. Okay. I should probably know what those cards are. Oh, Globe is the one that pumps dragons when they enter, and it can ramp for 1. I'm not sure about the Boulderborn. That's probably the colorless 3/3 Flying Vigilance 1 for 5 or whatever. So this is great with Mobilize. I could see taking this. You need quite a bit of extra mana to make it happen. Or I could just take the Outpost, get the mana fixing going now. See what's open. Like I said, good with Mobilize. Not that we have any yet. It is also just a 2-drop. I think I'm going to go with the land because I feel like I'm not past anything that matters too much. I do kind of like the Crocodile too. But I'm going to take the Outpost. Get the mana now. There's Bloodfell Caves as well. Fleeting Effigy was good with Flurry. It is good with Flurry. Narset's Rebuke, 5 mana, 5 damage, you ramp 3, and it exiles or whatever. Delta Bloodflies has flying. It's got some synergies, it's doing some things. This has Flurry. And then Duty Beyond Death is more for like a Mobilize, go wide strategy. This potentially is a 3 mana 4/3 draw discard, which is actually really good. Maybe just take the fixing for now. I'm kind of not feeling any of that. I guess Death Gorger has some slight synergy with Bloodflies. Yeah. It's just not really blowing my mind. So, what is seemingly open here? This is kind of a weak card, I feel like. I mean, it's good if you're doing Renew, and it feeds Renew. Kind of feels like Teamer is open. Kind of negates our first 2 picks as well as our fixing. So that's suboptimal, but could be the decision I have to make here. Aggressive Negotiation. So this could put counters on things too. And, you know, you get cards out of their hand. That's pretty good. This is for Mobilize, Go Wide. It is very good in that. 2 bodies in 1 and can make things unblockable. And And then there's Desperate Measures as well. I think I'm going to go with the underdogs just because I feel like having some fixing already in this direction kind of helps me move in that direction. We'll see, though. Breaching Dragonstorm. Exile cards from top of your library until exile a non-land card. Cast without paying its mana cost if that spell's mana value is 8 or less. If you don't, put that card in your hand. When a dragon you control enters, return it. Okay. Free spell, but you don't know what it is. That's probably not worth 5 mana most of the time. Here's that Boulderborn Dragon that other thing's fine. I could take the Shock Brigade. And there's Reigning Victor. Frontline Rush is quite good. I mean, it's certainly better than Shock Brigade. Yeah, I'm going to take it with the belief that that may be open just because I don't really care about giving up a Shock Brigade. But we'll find out. There's Twin Bolt, which is some removal here. Abzan Devotee. Another Boulderborn Dragon. Flying Word Dragon. This is a combat trick. This does fix for a couple colors, but I think we just take the Twin Bolt. Is it amazing? Probably not, but it is playable removal. So Bolt Caster is pretty decent, but I'd probably take fixing over it if I thought I could put these 3 colors together, which I kind of am hoping I can at this point. But the problem with these 3 colors in aggro is it's tough to play all of this fixing when you're trying to put these 3 colors together. I guess Practitioner kind of makes sense for this archetype. Otherwise, this would be 4 mana and it can get something back on top of your library and it's a flyer. I just feel like you're probably going to have a lot of cheap spells, so I could see that making more sense. And once again, is black going to end up being the splash color if I do it like this? Potentially. It's too hard to endure and pay life and stuff. It's a little too slow, a little too much cost. So Rebellious Strike is playable. I kind of like this Rescue Leopard, but yeah, I mean, it's a decent beater. And it lets you rummage. 4/2, at least decent defensively as well. Another Leopard. Probably take it over the Crocodile just because we probably want to consistently be at least one of these colors. All right, could take the Effigy now. I was pretty impressed with it. It's certainly going to be good with Flurry. So okay, we're just past the blue card. I think I know the direction we want to go. So this Stormbrood is fantastic. It's a removal spell or a good flyer. Strikemaster ramps, though, which is also good, but there's no way that's better than the duality of Wincon plus kill spell. This is obviously good, too. Could be 2 mana instant speed. Dragon's Praise, playable removal. Outpost again, more fixing. But just go with the Stormbrood, even though Strike Master's great for this deck too. We want the awesome value card. Stormbeacon Blade is kind of cool. I mean, in a mobilized deck especially, which we probably, want to be. What's this do? Search the library for a dragon, put it in your hand. Okay. So it's Beacon Blade versus Bearer of Glory. I'm going to take the Blade. I'm going to try it out. It's also an uncommon. I think it's good. We don't have any real mobilize yet, though, which makes this not as good, but we'll see. All right, Static Snare was incredible for me, so I feel good about taking that. There's also Molten Exhale in here, which is also good, but this deals with so many more things. It deals with bigger things. It could be played at a reliably low cost. It's flexible. It's when you're attacking or they're attacking. It deals with artifacts. It's not non-land permanent, which is interesting, but we're going to take the Snare for sure. And once again, probably be primary white-red, possibly splash black. Are we going to not splash black again like last time? Okay, so Adept was not bad. Marshal of the Lost is probably better, but putting us deeper black. This time I already have better fixing than my last deck, though, so I feel like the black could easily happen. The question is, do we need black to happen? We have 2 black cards currently, neither of which need to be splashed. I'd probably just take the Detainment Get a pretty solid 3-mana removal spell. Problem is, as much as I said there's a lot of busted cards in this format, I currently don't have any of them, so that could be a problem. Outrider's cool. Rebuke is playable removal. Nothing in here is screaming at me. I don't want to pay 5 mana for that. I don't really... We have, what, 2 dragons? Yeah, that's probably not enough to want the globe. Could take the Rebellious Strike. I don't think it's great, but in a pinch it could be playable. Alright. So, this is 2 creatures in 1. Again, I do like that. This puts lifelink on it. It's okay. Bloodfell Cave is more fixing for black, although still don't really need black. This mobilizes. I think I'd rather have the underdog for cheaper, and it can make things unblockable. It's going to be better with like Frontline Rush and buff spells and stuff like that. Whale of War. All right, 2 creatures back are... Okay, Worthy Cost is certainly playable now. Or I could take the Feral, Flying Hasty creature. Personally, I'm feeling like the Feral because it's got Flying and Haste, and we only have one other 5-drop currently. And we once again may not need black. We'll see. So another Feral, but this Skyrider I was really impressed with. The problem is we don't have Mobilize yet, but even without Mobilize, just giving another dude you control attacking is pretty good. There is Osseous Exhale too, and another Death Gorger, but I'm going to go with the Skyrider. It's cheaper, and just giving evasion is quite nice. All right, we can take Coordinated Maneuver. I don't think we really need it, but playable for sure. Summit Intimidator, okay. Yeah, I mean, for aggro, it's a plan. I don't really like Tempest Hawk very much, so... We are not looking nearly as consistent as our last deck. I think this is actually a good card, this Sun Shield, but I'm going to take the Brigade because we want this Mobilize. Take Seize Opportunity, hope to not have to play it. All right, so this deck is already seeming... I mean, we got a last pick playable card, but seeming quite a bit worse than the last deck, unfortunately. I think I'll take the Molten Exhale now. What's our creature count at? Because I think black just doesn't need to happen. We got 2. We could still play the Outpost because it fixes for our primary colors, but the other 2 fixers don't really need them. Or I could take the Bodyguard because this also can aggressively tap things and get dudes back, which is pretty good. And we're a little bit light on creatures. That's true. And the creatures we do have could certainly stand to be upgraded. What's our removal right now? Static Snare. And Rush is a trick. We've got Twin Bolt. We've got the Detainment. I mean, Molten Exhale is pretty good. I was pretty impressed with this Bodyguard, though. I think I'm going to try it. Just getting something back and being able to tap things down and have a decent beater. We'll see. Maybe it just played well in that deck and it won't be as good here, but I still like it. I like the underdogs, I think, more than duelists. Just getting... I can't stress it enough. Getting 2 bodies in 1 is going to be good. We are not looking busted, though, so that's a bad sign. Our deck is not busted, which is going to be a big problem. Another Bodyguard is welcome. I just think it's good, and we have enough cheap things where I think we can reliably get Flurry going, and just getting stuff back is nice, too. So, because we have quite a few things we can get back with it, right? Non-land permanent, so it's not like you can get back instants with it or anything. But you can get like Storm Beacon Blade back, I guess, if they were to blow that up for some reason. Okay. So Bulkcaster is looking better here. Oh wait, this is good, isn't it? Yeah, this protects from removal. And if you just randomly bounce a token that's going to die, you can draw a card. That is pretty good. And it's evasive, yeah. Or you could take the Sun Shield, another 4-drop. But I like the Kieran quite a bit. You don't get a lot of 2-mana, 2-power flyers at flash speed very often. So that just feels like a decent beater with some potential upside. You have to do its ability, though. So that's... Oh, wait, it says up to. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. Another Blade. Another chance to get Molten Exhale. I can cast dragons without casting there. Okay. 16 creatures, so I think now we could probably take the Exhale and feel pretty good about it. Can take the Boltcaster again, but I'm going to take the Detainment and get the removal. So still, like I said, we just don't quite have the synergy. Can take the Devotee. Can take the Boltcaster. I mean, this is an uncommon for a reason. That's a pretty good effect in a deck that's got a bunch of little dudes. I'm going to take it just because it's a creature removal spell. I think that's good. All right, Overwhelming Surge is good, but I'm not going to take it over Frontline Rush number 2. This is one of the better cards for this entire archetype. This is too good to pass up. So the only one we're playing is probably the Outpost, just as like a tap land fixer. And another Lancer. I mean, the Mobilize makes sense for our deck, so we'll consider it. I like it more than Intimidator, I think. And then it's Duelist versus Strike. Well, probably Duelist, and I'm not convinced either one makes the deck. So this deck is certainly weaker than our last deck. We ended up in the same exact archetype. I wanted to do... I mean, black was getting cut hard, which is unfortunate because our first 2 picks were black. So that made it actually pretty challenging. I was prioritizing some fixing to kind of get black going, but there just really wasn't a point in going black. Red-white, I mean, turned out fine. It's just this deck has more premium removal than our last deck, but the synergies are just not quite there. We don't quite have the Mobilize plan going, which is going to be a problem. But like I said, the removal's better, so hopefully that helps. We already have a deck. I mean, Underdogs is, you just play as many as you could get, but I'm going to take the Crag because another piece of fixing just makes more hands keepable, even though it's a tap land. This is actually, I'm happy to get this. I think this card's pretty good. Tapping down something for 1 mana is a strong effect. I don't, actually, yeah, I don't care. Doesn't matter. Okay. So let's figure this out. Frontline Rush counts as a creature too, so we have more creatures than we appear to. We have to cut 8 cards, and we have a lot of removal, which is good. Because we don't need the Rebellious Strike, but we have Coordinated Maneuver, we have Exhale, Twin Bolt, Rushes, Combat Trick, as well as creatures. Creature count is currently at 20, so we can probably just cut 7 creatures and call it good. I probably cut the Intimidator. I don't know how I feel about the Lancers. They're probably just mediocre enough where I don't want them. Mobilize is good, but we need to be playing early threats here, or we're just not going to get there. I'm not entirely convinced we need Rescue Leopard either, but I probably want to take advantage of Flurry to the best of my ability, just because I have some incentive to do it. I mean, I'd prefer to not play the Duelist, but we're so low on cheap creatures that I think I might just have to. So at least Blade synergistically looks good in here. We probably could get 3 creatures on... I mean, the problem is this is like 4 mana to do it. So it may not make the cut. But if we're just cutting creatures, then the Lancers can go, the Leopards can go. I kind of want to keep these 3 just because they're kind of like removal creatures. I mean, they are pretty excellent. And technically, we can cut 2 more creatures because Frontline Rush is creatures too. But I may cut non-creatures. Like, I don't need Seize Opportunity. And then I possibly could cut Coordinated Maneuver. I think it's okay. It's at least a good sideboard card. But we also want our creature count to be high if we really want to reliably hit Stormbeacon Blade and make Frontline Rush optimized and good. So we probably cut the maneuver. I mean, there's an argument that Twin Bolt's not that good either, but you can hit your opponent for 2 with it, which might be something we need for aggro, and you can sometimes kill 2 things, which is also very good. And it's instant speed, which is nice, actually. Very nice. It can change combat quite a bit. Substantially change combat. So, and then we have Snare and Double Detainment, which is very premium removal. And we can tap things down, and we have Stormbrood. So removal is good. We have the Boltcaster. So yeah, I think this deck looks okay, but it's just not nearly as busted. I mean, Elspeth stole games, mini games last draft. So I do not anticipate this deck doing nearly as well as the last deck. But oh, Kieran's actually kind of good with Detainment and Static Snare too. You can like find a new target for it. That's not bad. But you have to bounce. No, you don't have to bounce. That's right. You don't. If it was a token, draw a card, which could come up in this deck too. And actually, even resetting a Boltcaster is kind of nice. That's cool. Or getting something back with a Bodyguard. Yeah, there's some decent synergy here with Kieran. And it's a flyer. All right, well, yeah, I don't anticipate this deck doing as good as the last deck, but we get to try some new cards out, and yep, we'll see how we do. We'll run it like this and see you round 1. Okay, we're on the draw. We're going to keep this, probably making 2 2/2s on turn 2 into underdog. Well, we've got outs for dragons, so that's good news. And next turn we've got Blade, where we can draw a card as well. That's nice. Pummeler. Okay. That's all right. So we can do the Blade. I think we will. We're going to sacrifice one of our 1/1s here to get in for 5 points of damage and draw a card. It's pretty excellent. So I can attack with 3 creatures. I can pay 2 for Static Snare. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's real good. All right, so we attack with all 3. We want to stop after attackers. Get in right at 3, draw. We can draw first. All right, and then we'll do snare. Resolve that, get rid of the pummeler. Follow up with underdogs. Actually, probably practitioner makes more sense. Probably. All right, no plays. They do have open mana. So we're going to go underdogs first. And then we'll attack with everything. Could actually make the practitioner unblockable before I do twin bolt. Kind of like that more. So we'll draw first. Nice. Then we'll make the practitioner unblockable. Ooh, that's a strong one. They're 1 mana away from that too. So they get to surveil 2 and find their land. Wow. It deals 10 damage however you choose, is that right? Wow. It's pretty strong. I mean, I do have detainment for it. Oh, pro white. Whoopsie. Maybe I don't. Well, he's gonna kill all of our things, I think. Well, it was a close game, but came down to a mythic spirit dragon to end it for us here. I didn't have the mana for detainment, right? No, because I only had 5, and I already cast a 3-drop. If I had been able to detain the globe, there was a chance. I'll have to remember that though. 8 drops typically are a little harder to get to, so. Bodyguard. We died a flyer. All right. So we'll go to game 2 here. Looked good for a little bit there, but yeah, I mean, pro white, pro blacks can be pretty tough. So guess we need to keep them off 8 mana if we can. We'll do the best we can. I don't have a sideboard plan against it. Unless I want to splash aggressive negotiations. Play first. Yeah, it's reasonable hand. Need some more help, but if we don't draw land, Feral can do some work for us, so that's good. I really want to hit the land next turn, so I think I'm going to discard, draw, and we'll probably discard the... kind of feeling maybe the Bolt Caster, because I feel like the underdog's a little better, but I could be wrong. Defender, it's pretty good, I guess. Let's do underdogs first. Makes front line rush a little better. We got the land there, so let's go. So we can kill the devotee and get in. They get piercing exile. I don't know if that really matters, but the problem is I kind of need this for bigger threats, but at the same time, we need to take out the 3/3, and we have frontline rush. So let's just let's get some damage in this turn and deal with this. See if they fight or counter or whatever. It's not one I expected to see, but okay. Still trade. Hopefully we rip a land here, because then we can go bodyguard effigy, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, we can't get underdogs back with it though, because that's a 3-drop. I see, I see. Huh. Well, neither has reach, right? All right, let's just get in with the feral then. We also, with underdogs, can make 1/1 unblockable and do frontline rush. Well, now we can tap something down too, which is pretty nice. Oh, it does have ward too. Is it at the beginning of your upkeep? Yeah, it's pretty good. Skyrider's nice too. Let's see here. Nothing I can get back yet with the bodyguard. That's the problem. But I can flurry and tap the devotee, but it still doesn't really let me get in with anything, unfortunately. So what is the play? You do have 3 cards in yard. Well, I guess I'm just going to do bodyguard this turn. I'm going to make the 1/1 unblockable, and we'll just get in for 4 here. So I'm not flurrying this turn, but I can play 2 spells next turn. Okay. They don't have any green mana up. I guess that could be good. But once each turn. Oh, they can activate it on my turn though, huh? Okay. That's fair. Let me think about this. So I can do effigy plus blade, tap down. Problem is then the feral can't hit the sculptor. But I can start drawing cards potentially. Or I could just equip the feral. That might make more sense actually. But then they probably just trade with the sculptor. I want to make something unblockable this turn is the issue. All right, let's do effigy, blade. I see. I can't do that and equip though and make unblockable. That's a little trickier too. Let's go effigy. And we'll do the blade. Tap the Devotee. Oh, they have that again. I guess they're at least a couple mana away from it this time. And then we have Frontline Rush at least too, so that's good. Can I kill them? 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And they're tapped out. Good. Gotcha. Okay. Good. Yeah, Frontline Rush is going to be real good. Still not much of a sideboard though, so that's all we got. I mean, we're a much more fair seeming deck than our opponent, which is a problem. This is not very aggressive, but I'm going to keep it. At least opponent's mulliganing, that helps. But we're a pretty fair deck, comparatively. So, oh, they mulled a 5. Well, that's as much advantage as my opponent could give me here, so. Another 2-drop would be excellent here. I'd really like to trigger this flurry. If I can't, I'd probably wait and just do the underdogs. All right, so I still think I'm probably waiting. I guess. Yeah, actually, no, I'm gonna do the. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Ditch the red mana. And then do. Guess I. Yeah, we just want to take out the. Although, yeah, I was gonna say it's my only removal, but that's okay. We're gonna keep that on top too. And again for 3. Pummeler. Okay, so we can attack into that pretty comfortably, and they probably don't block, honestly. Wait, did I have to shuffle? Why did I draw the rush and not the blade? Now I'm confused. Did I put it on the bottom? I put it on top, right? They must have shuffled my deck. I'm confused. Was I not drawing the blade? I mean, I don't mind drawing Frontline Rush, but that's not what I remember. All right, well, there's no way they block here. If they do, they're in huge trouble, so there's just no way they block here. Yeah. I could actually bounce my token and draw a card too, but with double rush, I think we want to keep it as it is, so we're just going to play the Kieran. Don't need that. I'm going to keep the token. Double Frontline Rush. That's just going to be lethal real quick with this underfoot underdog too. So right now it's plus land anyway, and they're not tapped out, but kind of. So if I go underdog plus unblockable plus rush, that's +6. They do have reach. 2 cards left in hand. We're casting 2 spells this turn though, so Practitioner's getting bigger. I don't really care if my my Kieran dies to Pummeler if they want to just chump the Practitioner. That puts him in a pretty tough spot too. So I'm actually going to do Underdog number 2. And then we'll make our token unblockable. And then we've got these 3 that will get in. And they're double blocking that, which I think makes sense. And then we could just do Rush and kill both their things. Or I could do Rush and deal 6 extra damage and take out their Pummeler. I think I'm just gonna kill their Pummeler and deal 6 extra damage here. Yeah, Bodyguard's sweet too. So yeah, we'll kill the Reach dude. And this costs 5 to renew. So all right, now they have a flyer and 1 open mana. So yeah, we just go Bodyguard, attack with everything, Rush. They didn't even want to see it. All right, well, we beat them all to 5, but their deck was sweet. I mean, they did exactly what they wanted to round 1 against us. So, all right, we'll see for the next one. All right, round 2, we're going to play first. Both colors, and yep, we got enough cheap things where we're going to keep this. I wonder if I was going to say do the Rush first and bounce a token in case they need more land, but I gotta admit, I don't love that. Might have to make that decision on the next draw here. Yeah, it's a decent argument. We may need to bounce a token to find a land. Not my favorite, since Rush is so powerful in this deck, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, well, I missed the land drop, but I guess I could play Shock Brigade, since they haven't played a creature yet. Then we do have Molten Exhale, which is also good. And if they block a token, yeah, now I can actually bounce the Mobilize token post-combat. That actually works out pretty well. Get a card out of it for a creature I'm going to sacrifice anyway. Smart. All right, so we missed the land drop, so I'm going to do it post-combat now. Get in for 2. Play the Kieran, bounce a token so we can find a land. And still miss the land, unfortunately. We do have removal now, though, that we can cast all of our removal, and we can do this at instant speed because we have a Dragon to Behold, but oh, that's pretty sweet. All right, finally got our 3rd land. That's good. Best use of mana, since we're a little mana starved, is probably the Detainment. Doesn't deal with more things, though. But we have a Grip full of removal, so I think I'm going to do the Detainment. Like I said, best use of mana. That way, if I drew a land, I could possibly do both of these. I can still do Static Snare. I can do Underdog now if they don't play a flyer. If they play a flyer, I probably have to exhale it if I can. All right, 4 mana is good. We can get our Sun Shield down. All right, this is actually okay for us because we're gonna let that come back, and it's a sweet card though. They gain life from that too. It's really strong. Still have more removal. All right, stag I don't really care about. We're still trying to race here, so all right, fair enough. Poise practitioner. Don't quite have the mana to do the full shenanigans with that, do I? But I can do this and get rid of stuff out of their yard, I guess. Currently doesn't matter. I'm trying to think here. I only have one red mana, so it's probably wisest to cast a red spell, but that being said, it's a little trickier here because it's this also makes Static Snare cheaper, so I could attack for 3 and cast this for 2, plus still do a practitioner first plus that. So there's some upside to casting the underdog as well. But I could also do the Poise Practitioner, cast 2 spells next turn. Best use of mana is just the Sun Shield. Maybe we do best use of mana. Because then even if I draw a 5th, I can do this plus this plus this. So, all right. Best use of mana is what we're going to do. And we'll get rid of the, I guess, defeat plus a... Get rid of a creature too. No attacks. I have 2 more removal spells. Guess I'd rather do removal on the stag. It has vigilance. It's kind of a tough spot here. I don't want to take 5, but kind of hoping to draw a land here. And that's mostly irrelevant. Yeah, we got the 5th land, so that's good. So yeah, we can do Stormbrood, kill stag. And then we attack with both, reduce cost by 2, and get rid of the 3/5. Yeah. And then we still have the tapper on board, which is good. We're getting in for 4 damage, which is good. We're a land away from being able to play both of those. Narset. Alright, so now I can do Practitioner plus Duelist. And get a Scry in here. And we'll ditch the land. And no attacks yet. We do have the Sun Shield though, so that's good. And we're a spell away from Practitioner getting big enough to attack into Narset as well, which is obviously good. Fascinating. I'm gonna take it. I'm just weirded out by it, but we only have 1 spell to cast here, but we can smash with everything. Okay. They're out of cards in hand, but they're going to be able to draw cards now, so that makes things a little bit trickier for us. Didn't play any spells though, so that's good. So we could get in with everything. They could block that and take 5 and go to 3. Or I could just get in for 2 if I don't want to attack with the underdog. So it's 5 versus 2. I think this turn I'm just going to get in with these 3. If they want to block the 1/1 and take 4, I feel like it's pretty good for us overall, yeah. Because that's still going to put them on a pretty good clock here. Yeah, I think that's good for us. It speeds the clock up. Although, I gain life, so maybe not. Alright, Bodyguard is obviously sweet. We're doing the same plan as before, though. And I'll play the Bodyguard. Could have waited. There's really no real purpose in waiting. Oh, I'll get the Brigade back here, yeah. Whoops. Guess maybe should have thought about that, huh? Gain 5 life too, huh? Okay. Well, it's gonna end up being a big deal. Say they block our 2 biggest dudes. So block the Practitioner and the Bodyguard. They don't. That was not the best. We're at 9? Oh boy. Yeah, I really screwed that up very badly. I guess I can attack with Practitioner at least. Yeah. And probably Shock Brigade. So, alright. Let's do this. Make the Effigy unblockable. You can get in with Practitioner plus Effigy plus Shock Brigade. Yeah, still don't know if that was the wisest attack. So this is a couple turns where I've made some very significant errors. Possibly game-changing here too. I mean, he's also ripping cards now too, so I've cost myself a lot. I could have won last turn. Or if not won, been pretty close to winning. But I was pretty sure it was winning. We tap the Waymaster and we get in for 1 billion damage. So they would have died. So pretty complex situation that I've put myself in. Unwise decision making. That's an interesting choice, actually. So maybe their idea is they just rip a removal and it doesn't matter that they're taking close to lethal here. Oh, I see. I see. All right. Well, that makes things pretty bad for me, too. Well, if I lose this, absolutely no one's fault but my own. This is I honestly I deserve to lose this game for what I've done. No better way to learn a lesson than lose a game from making a bad decision. So, totally deserve to lose this game. That's like, let me get that out of the way right away. So we're dead next turn unless we kill him. Or get a reach, or get a removal, or get a flyer. We don't even have lethal on board, so we've put I've put myself in a position where I actually have to draw something. All right, happened to get exactly the draw I needed, which is extremely lucky. So we'll kill Narset and get in here. Yeah, extremely lucky. Played that about as poorly as you possibly could, considering how good of a card Bodyguard is. Real lucky I didn't lose that game. Put myself in a terrible position and lucked out by my own deck, giving me exactly what I needed. So super lucky there. All right. Sideboard wise, enchantment. I didn't see any. So no, we're just going to run it back. Yeah, absolutely a keep. Pretty good hand. All right. I'm not going to attack here because I feel like it's an easy trade for them. And Duelist is a better target for underdogs to make unblockable. Although, now I guess I can because I've got the Bodyguard. That's true. Change my mind. Being able to get back the Duelist is kind of a big deal, so... All right, Tawny's good. I'm glad I got a chance to play these Bodyguards because I'm very impressed with them. I forgot I had 2 of these. All right, so we have the Curin. Guess we can just play another Bodyguard till we rip a land. All right. Oh, I don't have anything to bring back with it. I don't know if that matters. All right. Just gonna play another one and then pass. Just trying to set up for a good tap formation here. I'll take it. If they let me untap, I've got the Kieran. All right, didn't have that though. Okay. All right. So I have the out for Narset, obviously. Still short on the lands though, which is a bummer. But I can do this for, okay, let's say I attack with everything. Yeah, so I do Duelist. I got you. Okay. Duelist, and we're going to get to Flurry to get the extra damage. Okay. And we'll attack with everything. And then do Snare for 1. Yeah, we'll take out Narset. They're at a point where they can get value from it. I mean, they're kind of winning the race right now, but I do have 2 detainments in my hand, so that's pretty good. I'll play, that's fine. I'm just going to get in with these 2. And we'll do detainment. And I can do the Kieran. Actually, let's leave up Kieran, because that way I can chump the Tawny back. That's fine. Although getting that back is pretty nice too. Okay. I do want to do it this turn, so I think this makes more sense. All right, nobody expects the 3rd removal, so they got it, they got it. Yeah, hey, more power to you, buddy. Three consecutive. Hey, game's yours, bud. You got it. All right. Let's go to the next one here. All right, play first. We got both colors. Yeah, we'll keep it. This hand needs help, but we're gonna risk it. At least we can get the Kieran back with the Bodyguard with they play one of their 3+ Caustic Exiles to take it out. Ooh, land there was great. Oh, well. Let's just wait, I guess, because it's instant speed. Skyrider versus the underdog. Oh, this we want Skyrider. Well, yeah. Well, I think Skyrider is tough because it makes the tokens on have flying too. Nothing to bring back with Bodyguard, which is a bit awkward, but that's all right. At least Bodyguard's immune, I should say, to the... Oh, that's nice. Now we're just going underdog plus duelist. Oh, not in that order, though. We gotta do it in the smart order. Tokens are going to be unblockable too with the flying from Skyrider. They don't have black mana yet, which is a big deal. Now they do, but they need to control a dragon. It's not just Behold. Sentinel, they knew what to do with Sentinel. They didn't want to just be able to let you Behold and put it in your hand. That would have been too good. The funny thing is I could actually cast both these spells this turn. There's really absolutely no reason to do that though, is there? I don't think so. So I think the play is get in with these 4. Yeah. Get the duelist flying. I'll do the Bodyguard. So they have Caustic up now. Nah, it doesn't really matter. We draw a spell in there. Pretty much finito. Just do this and get in that. Oh wait, I could have killed them. No, I guess that's assuming they don't have anything, so they might have something here. But I was gonna say I could snare like the Sentinel, and then they would actually take lethal here. But it looks like they had something. Exhale. Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. That Starry-Eyed Skyrider is very nice. So they still have Caustic up, but we're just going to do Static Snare and call it good. And we got Blade too, so we get to go Blade. If I'm attacking with all 3, I still can do Static Snare at a reduced cost, right? But then I won't be able to do it. No, I still will. No, I guess I won't. Maybe we just get in. Yeah, let's not equip. Let's just get in here. So that way if they have removal, it doesn't matter. They're still dead. Where if I do Blade and they Noxious the thing I do, then I can't cast that. So this is the way to do it, just to get the victory. All right, sweet. We'll see you for round 3. Okay, round 3, we'll play first. I don't really want to keep this, but I'm going to. Just because that alone is pretty good. Just attack, they block and kill it, and then I get a 3/3 that can kill something is pretty good. 5 lands is pretty bad, but Hey, opponent's mulliganing, so maybe that helps. All right. They mulled a 5. Wow. It's a huge tactical advantage for me, too. Oh, nice. And they're playing hyper aggro, too. I am probably just going to cast a bulk caster, I'm guessing. Nope. All right. Bailed out by the deck once again. All right, so now we smash and do the bulk caster. You're playing mono red? That would be pretty intense. Wow. I mean, they're not necessarily, but wow, they're actually they're losing Twin Bolt too. Wow. Okay. That was all right. They mulled a 5. Maybe they're not playing mono red. It kind of feels like they are. I mean, we did not see a single other color spell there. Wow. All right. Anything else we want to? You know, Stormbeacon Blade might on the draw be unwise against a hyper aggro deck, so I could see ditching that for like a. I don't love coordinated maneuver either, but I could see doing it here just as another removal spell. I just imagine having overall better card quality than my opponent, just being in 2 colors, but we got to see what they have first. Let's keep. Guess we have the exhale for when I need it. Yeah, I'm just gonna exhale it. We've got plays coming up. That'll be attacking every turn, so let's just get it out of here. Now coordinated maneuver looks better. Twin Bolt's not even bad here. Wow. Trading 1 for a half a card, too. That's pretty good for us. All right. I've got the detainment for that. Otherwise, they might have the flyer. I guess I could do the bolt caster too. See if they block first. I'm gonna do the bolt caster here. That's cool. So now we can go, yeah, and they're tapped out. They're in big trouble now. So now we do brigade plus maneuver, kill the intimidator, and get it for 4. And then we have detainment for whatever big thing they play here. So War Effort's pretty sweet. I like that. Oh, that's nice. I don't really want to detain a Vanguard, but they have one card left. I think we will. I mean, otherwise they do get a pretty good amount of damage in there. All right. Well, stole a draft, bailed out by the deck at least a couple times. This deck had no earthly reason in this format to go 3-0. But we will absolutely take it. And let's do some pack one, pick ones here. Well, Light Shatter impressed me. Previous draft, I really like it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's late game. You're getting in and getting free spells and stuff. Detainment's obviously good removal, but I think the upside of this is pretty significant. It's also a hasty creature for aggro decks. I like this Roiling Dragonstorm a lot as well, but I would go Light Shatter, I think, over Detainment, even though Detainment's good removal. I'd rather go with the Rare Beater, I think. All right, this Double Strike Prowess dude is sweet. And this is sweet too. I really like this Dragon Hunt. A lot of multicolor goodies here, but I'm going to definitely take one of the multicolor goodies. It's Brushmaster versus Dragon Hunt. I think it's Dragon Hunt just because it's one less color. It still works for Teamer as cheap removal, which is actually something Teamer probably needs pretty badly. It's like one of the clunkier archetypes. Well, Dragon Ascendant, this is cool. Behold a dragon, create a treasure, and whenever you get a dragon out, Sarkhan gets bigger and becomes a dragon and gains flying. That's cool. I mean, it's only until end of turn, but whatever. Yeah, I'd go Sarkhan on that one. That's a fun one. Sinkhole Surveyor, I was really... This card's amazing. I mean, it's a 2-drop 1/3 flyer with upside. I mean, granted... I mean, you lose a life, but the Endure on that is sweet. That's a really good card. I was impressed with the Kirin, but yeah, I'd go with the rare on that one. Frostcliff Siege, so Jeskai or Teamer. So creatures you control have +1/+0, trample and haste, or whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Those are amazing. I feel like you're going to do Jeskai more often, but there's certainly situations where Teamer's going to... That's great versatility. I like that card a lot. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, but add counters on it, put its counters on up to one target creature you control. That's a sweet card because it enters as a 4-mana 4/4. But I go with the rare on that one. That looks like a fun card to play. Good choices to make. And then Narset. Well, Narset certainly plays well when you're already through your hand. I mean, you're casting 1 to 2 spells, whatever it is. Obviously good with cantrips too. If you can cast them both and just empty your hand out. But whatever. I mean, it's giving you extra cards and it's a 3-mana 3/4. So what more do you want? That one I would take, even though it's a first card being a 3-color card. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.